All right, today we are doing our Jasper Johns Wax Resist. We're going to start with a horizontal paper. So our paper is a long way across. And of course, we're going to write our name and your code, whatever your class code is. And then we're going to start by folding our paper in half. We're going to do our best to touch our corners. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're going to crease and we'll open it up. Now we have two even squares. One square, this side, is going to be our warm colors, and we're going to find our warm color crayons. And the great thing about crayons is that there are different values of our warm colors. So there's some orange values, some red values, we have our yellow. So we're going to start with our warm colors, and I'm going to think of a letter that means something to me. So maybe it's the letter that your name starts with, maybe it's the letter of your pet, the letter of a family member that's important to you. Now my daughter's name is Avea, so I'm going to do an A because her name starts with A. And I'm pushing with medium pressure, and I've filled this space. You can see my fold is here. And I'm experimenting with my different values. I'm enjoying the process of creating, not worrying about if it looks perfect. I'm making sure I'm pushing nice and hard with my crayon. And I'm doing some different layers, and I'm switching my colors, making sure I'm using all of them. It's okay if there's some space in between. Like right here you can see some space. That's okay because that's where our paint is going to stick later. Alright, so here's my warm color letter. Now I'm going to switch over here. I'm going to put my warm colors away. And now I bet you can guess I'm going for my cool colors. So here are my values of blue. I need purple or violet. And then my last cool color, there are two values of green that I get to use. And now I'm going to think of a number that's important to me. Maybe it's how old you are, maybe it's the day of your birthday. I was born on the 16th, so I'm going to do 16. Switching, using all my beautiful cool colors. And notice how my numbers are big. Oops, that's okay. My numbers are big, filling our space that we have. All right, there's my cool colors. And now I'm ready for paint. And we're using watercolor paint. This is what our palettes look like. They're great because the colors are really bright. We want to make sure that we have our water ready, our paintbrush ready, and we also want to make sure that we have a placemat behind our paper. I'm going to sneak my placemat behind my paper to help keep my table clean, less cleanup later. And I'm going to swirl gently in my water, and then I'm going to pick one of my warm colors for my left side. And notice how I'm gently swirling in my paint. We never want to push our brush or bristles into our paint because this paint is kind of mushy. We just want to gently swirl, almost like we're painting with a feather that is really fragile. And now I'm going to start by painting my orange on my warm side. And if you recall or remember, we did our white raindrops on our rainy day project a few weeks ago, and we first painted with just clear water over our crayons. So when you get to your crayons, you're just going to grab clear water and paint over. And now I'm going to go for another warm color because I'm on my warm side and go right over the top. And you'll see wherever there was paper and no crayon, our paint sticks. If I just bring it up for you to see. So I'm going to go use all my warm colors gentle like a feather. I'm filling all my paper space. All right, and then the same for our cool side. So make sure your brush is super clean. Go into the cool colors now. And sometimes watercolor likes to mix, and that's okay. So when my warm touches my cool and it mixes, that's okay. That's part of our creative process. So now I'm close to my crayon, so I'm going to go with just clear water. And I know my crayon is going to show up because I pushed nice and hard. You notice when I accidentally broke a crayon, that's okay. Also part of our creative process. So I'm blending, watching the colors when they touch. I can overlap if I want. See what colors they make when they combine. All right, and now I want to show you what happens since this is not totally dry, but it's mostly dry. I'm going to go over the top, and sometimes it's fun to add some designs. All right, and now I'm going to carefully, with both hands, carry it to the drying rack.